No niin, tervetuloa kaikille takaisin tänne Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion pelin pariin. Viime kerralla me ollaan tehty näitä Mage Quartersin tehtäviä ja nyt pitäisi jatkaa. Tosissaan jos edelliset osat kiinnostaa, muut pelivideot kiinnostaa tai videoflow kiinnostaa, niitä löytyy sieltä mun kanavalta, me kävis katsot. Muuten jatketaan tästä, eli tervetuloa kaikille. No niin, mä olen itse asiassa tämänkin kuvannut yhteen otteeseen, mutta sitten minulta hävisi Shadow Mirror.
How are you?
Mutta sitten minä katsoin netistä, että mistä minä voin taas löytää sen ja...
Greetings, conjurer. Look, if you're here for information, I'm afraid you'll have to find it on your own. I'm swamped right now, up to my ears in necromancy. Not practicing it, mind you. Wouldn't want anyone to think I was involved in that sort of thing. I simply meant researching it. Oh, of course you were. No doubt the council is trying to get you to bother me further. I ran Karanya out of here just a short while ago and told them to leave me alone. I keep telling them I can't produce results if I'm not given any time. I'm not used to working under conditions like this. Help? No offense, but I don't see how you can do that. Unless you'd like to take some of this work off my shoulders, I'm beyond helping. But I do appreciate the sentiment. If there's anything specific you need, that may be more reasonable than just asking me about necromancers. Now that is a bit more specific. Finally, something I can respond to. Let me think for a moment. Ah, yes, there's one obscure text that references these gems. I believe it's still around here someplace, unless Falkar never returned it. The name of the book is Necromancer's Moon. I'm unclear on the origins of the text, but it does involve these gems you're interested in. I'm afraid you'll have to find it yourself. I'm so out of sorts with all these requests, I've lost track of most everything. It's very distressing. The Mystic Archives have a large collection of books. Look around, and you may learn a thing or two. A secretive cult devoted to the Daedra Lord Mehrunes Dagon, the Prince of Destruction. They follow the teachings of Menkar Cameron, who calls for the return of the mythic age when Oblivion and the mortal world were not separate. The usual Daedric claptrap of the purifying power of destruction. They hope to bring Mehrunes Dagon back to Tamriel and give us all a good cleansing. Not only has necromancy been banned from practice in the Mages Guild, but the guild won't deal with anyone who openly uses it. Why all the fuss now? I thought it would have died down by now, what with the ban on the practice of necromancy and the guild being in place for as long as it has. And yet, suddenly everyone shows up on my doorstep, needing information immediately. Never mind that I might have things on my own to work on. I believe you'll find it quite helpful. Once you've had a chance to read it, I'd be happy to discuss it with you.
Okei.
Bye.
Me pitää löytää tää kirja täältä. Että sitä itse lukea, mäkin luen vähän. Vaikka olenkin tämän lukenut jo. Laitan seuraavan sivun. Ja laitan pois.
I hope I can help. A most interesting text, is it not? We are fortunate that at least one necromancer took the time to record the information. I am unfamiliar with the shade of the revenant described within the book, but I was never one to dabble in the more, shall we say, amoral arts. You may take that with you for now, if you wish. The council may have use for it. Please ask them to return it quickly, as I may need it again.
Okei.
Be seeing you.
How do you do? It's you. Hi.
It's you. Oi.
Has Tar-meena been of use in gathering information about the necromancers? Excellent work. I believe this will be of use to the council. I shall make sure they're made aware of its contents. I've never heard of this shade of the revenant. Some sort of celestial phenomenon? If that's correct, then Bothil would most likely know something about it, as the caretaker of the orrery. She should be on university grounds. A most fascinating contraption. Bothil is one of the few who understands how it worked and kept it running.
Okei.
Be seeing you.
Hello there. Is there something I can do for you? The orrery here is the only one in Cyrodiil. There's one more in Hammerfell, the old one at Stros Mackay. I've heard things, to be sure, but I don't really know anything about them. Is it true that some of our guildmates were killed? Oh, how horrible! Everyone wants to know what really happened in the temple. What happened to Martin? Was the fiery dragon really Akatosh? Revenant, you say? And it represents something in the heavens? It sounds familiar. Let me think. Ah, yes, now I remember. Falcar was here some time ago asking about just such a thing. Said it was for research. He had a large sheaf of notes with him about it. I'm afraid I didn't have any more advice for him than I do for you. With the Ori in such a state of disrepair, I have no point of reference. Falcar did leave this behind. I think it fell from his notes as he left. I didn't pay it much attention, but perhaps it will be of use to you. Goodbye.
Scribbled note. Eli H. Tossa. Laitan pois.
Greetings, Conjurer.
I hope I can help. So, Falcar expressed interest in this revenant as well, and left this note behind, did he? Perhaps we should look into it for more clues. This lists several locations. The first is the Dark Fissure, which I recognize. It's a cave in the mountains, south of Cheydinhal. If there is indeed an altar there, as the note suggests, I believe this cave is directly related to the contents of the book. Go to the Dark Fissure the next time this shade occurs. Search for any connection to what we've learned and report back. Please, be careful. Anything you find is of no use to us if you do not survive. I believe we are dealing with powerful forces here. Do not put yourself in harm's way if it can be avoided.
Selvä.
Be careful.
Tässä mulla on pottuja. Ihan hyvin. Okei. Ja tuonne seuraavaksi. Täällä on myrsky.
How goes it?
Myrsky, myrsky. Paljas mulla on leveliin. Okei. Myrsky, myrsky. Sataa. Satelee. Satelee. Ole ollut mitään. Battle-musiikki soi. Mä pääsen tuonne ylös. Wow. Noin. Ui. Noin. Kasvaa siitä. Missä Shadowmere on? Tai siis se on siellä mistä mä sain sen, mutta siis. Okei. Mihin sä oot tossa? Joo, okei. Tuolla se on. Shadowmere. Oh, sorry. No, en tiedä mikä tota Shadowmerea vaivaa. En tiedä mikä sitä vaivaa. Otiks mä täältä jo kaikki? Otin, hyvä.
The Order of the Black Worm will feast on your soul. You will not stop us. The Order of the Black Worm will consume all in its path.
Ui.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Noin. Written note siinä oli. Okei. Okei. Mennään hakemaan Shadowmere. Takaisin. No niin, hyvä. Otin Shadowmere. Shadowmere. Yhdessä vaiheessa toi teki silleen, että toi bukas, että mä en löytänyt sitä ollenkaan, mutta nyt se näköjään toimii.
May I speak with you?
No niin, missä mä oon menossa? Tänne. Okei. Sori kun mä herätin sut, mutta...
Have you been to the Dark Fissure yet? We need to know all we can about the necromancers.
Sieltä tuli posti.
A friend of mine is a member of the Legion. He said some Altmer nobleman was murdered right here in the city. Phalian, I think his name was.
En tiedä kuuluuko se kolaus, mutta...
So you saw them. The altars must be infused with some kind of power to change over the soul gems. I shall pass the news on to the council. Most troubling indeed to know that these are not merely myths. I also fear their numbers may be greater than we believed. You have again performed admirably. You have my thanks, and that of the council as well.
Okay.
You are conjurer no more. Guild members shall now address you as magician. Congratulations.
Okay.
Seek out Arch-Mage Traven. He has personally requested that you see him for your next assignment.
Okay.
Farewell.
Mutta mä voisin tässä kohtaa nyt lopetella, kun mä saan ton tehtävän tehtyä viimeinkin. Tykkää kommentoida vaikka kavereille, jos tykkäsit lähes kanavaa siltä tuntuu, että muuta jatketaan tosissaan ensi videossa. Kiitos katsoit vielä kerran ja se olisi moi!